Well guys, the WWE's WrestleMania Backlash 2021 pay-per-view event is now officially over and done with. And without question, it was a very intriguing show that had some pretty surprising moments occur throughout the event. And before we get into the main story for this video regarding WrestleMania Backlash, we will provide fans with a bit of a recap of the pay-per-view event, along with all the rumors going around regarding this year's WrestleMania Backlash 2021 show. The action at WrestleMania Backlash 2021 kicked off on the pre-show, with a non-title open challenge between the current United States Champion Sheamus against Ricochet. After a back and forth match, Sheamus picked up the win over Ricochet, but it is clear the storyline between Ricochet and Sheamus is far from being over on the Raw brand, and Ricochet appears to be Sheamus's next big challenger for that United States Championship. The Backlash 2021 main card started off in a big way with the Raw Women's Championship triple threat match between the defending champion Rhea Ripley against challengers Charlotte Flair and Asuka. Now there's no doubt that many fans were sure either Charlotte Flair was going to be winning the Raw Women's title from Rhea Ripley tonight at WrestleMania Backlash, or that Becky Lynch would have returned after the match ended to confront Rhea Ripley or the winner of the match, but neither of these scenarios ended up happening. And when it was all said and done, Rhea Ripley retained her Raw Women's Championship after pinning Asuka, with it clear that Charlotte Flair still wants another opportunity at Rhea's championship, and she will likely be getting it in the near future, with WWE going for the predictable finish here of Rhea Ripley pinning Asuka, and thus keeping Charlotte Flair looking relatively strong in defeat. We then had the Smackdown Tag Team Championship match between the champions Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode against worthy challengers Rey and Dominic Mysterio. While Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler have done alright as the Smackdown Tag Team Champions, there's no doubt that many fans were hoping to see Rey Mysterio and Dominic defeat Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode to capture the Smackdown Tag Team Championships and add a bit of excitement to the tag team division once again. After what was a pretty great match between the two talented tag teams, Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio made history and shockingly won the SmackDown Tag Team Championships from Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. And by all means, this match was great, and the booking decision of the Mysterios winning the SmackDown Tag Team titles was the right call, and it has definitely gone over well with most fans by the looks of it. We then had a truly bizarre lumberjack match between The Miz and Damian Priest, with the lumberjacks for the match being zombies, which garnered a pretty negative response from most fans, with many feeling like it was a terrible decision on WWE's part to integrate zombies into a match as it seemed too unbelievable and straight up weird. But as you're likely aware, there was a reason behind it, as WWE are helping to promote Dave Bautista's and Zack Snyder's upcoming movie Army of the Dead. But again, the zombies was a pretty questionable move on WWE's part for this match. When it was all said and done, Damian Priest got the big win over The Miz, which was the right call on WWE's part, with this match ending with The Miz being overtaken by the zombies. Next up, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair and challenger Bayley. Now, it cannot be argued that Bianca Belair and Bayley put on a great match for the fans, with both superstars having their big moments throughout the match. However, as expected, Bianca Belair ended up retaining her SmackDown Women's title against Bayley. And this was the right booking call, as there's no doubt it would have been way too soon for Bianca Belair to have lost her SmackDown Women's Championship after having just won the title from Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 37. So again, WWE made the right choice by having Bianca Belair defeat Bayley to keep her SmackDown Women's title tonight at WrestleMania Backlash 2021. We then had one of the biggest and most anticipated matches on the WrestleMania Backlash 2021 card, that being the WWE Championship Triple Threat match between the defending champion Bobby Lashley against his two challengers Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre. Now without question, this match between Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman exceeded most fans' expectations, with the bout being filled with lots of excitement and big moments to make it a truly hard-hitting match between three absolute monsters on the Raw brand. Now heading into WrestleMania Backlash 2021, there had been some rumors going around that WWE were considering for either Drew McIntyre or Braun Strowman to end up winning the WWE Championship from Bobby Lashley tonight at Backlash. But when it was all said and done, after the great match, Bobby Lashley managed to retain his WWE title after pinning Braun Strowman following a devastating spear. Now the question begs, why did Bobby Lashley retain his WWE Championship tonight at WrestleMania Backlash 2021? And we have the answers you are looking for. According to a new leaked backstage rumor, the real reason for Bobby Lashley retaining his WWE Championship against Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre tonight at WrestleMania Backlash 2021 is quite simple, with that reason being WWE felt like it was far too soon for Lashley's dominant run on the Raw brand to come to an end, and the rumors that had been going around about Braun Strowman simply being in the match to take the pin and keep both Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre looking strong is in fact true. This new rumor states that following WrestleMania Backlash, Vince McMahon and WWE planned for Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre to face off against each other one more time on pay-per-view, and Braun Strowman was added into the match tonight to basically take the pin for Lashley so that Drew McIntyre does not lose a whole lot of momentum or credibility after coming up short tonight in his WWE title pursuit. Apparently, WWE are only planning one more match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre before Lashley moves on to a fresh new feud for the WWE Championship, so it's looking like Bobby will be retaining his gold when he faces off against Drew McIntyre at the next pay-per-view, which is certainly good news for Bobby Lashley's fans. And let us know your thoughts and opinions of Bobby Lashley retaining his WWE title tonight at WrestleMania Backlash 2021, and did you think this match was as good as many fans felt it was? We then had the main event of WrestleMania Backlash 2021, that being the highly anticipated Universal Championship match between the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns against a worthwhile and fresh challenger Cesaro. Now there's no doubt this Universal title match between Cesaro and Roman Reigns delivered and met most fans' expectations and then some, with both Cesaro and Roman Reigns putting on a phenomenal performance to make this a very tense and must-see match. While it did seem possible at certain points in this match that Cesaro could have actually pulled off the huge Universal title win over Roman Reigns, when it was all said and done, the big dog and head of the table Roman Reigns defeated Cesaro to retain his Universal Championship, and while Roman Reigns certainly looked amazing in victory, many fans are sad and worried that it seems like Roman essentially ended Cesaro's career tonight at WrestleMania Backlash, at least when it comes to ever realizing his dream of becoming a world champion in WWE. However, thankfully, according to a new backstage report, Vince McMahon was thoroughly impressed with this title match between Roman Reigns and Cesaro will likely be getting another chance at the Universal title in the near future, with Vince feeling like Cesaro proved that he is a main event worthy talent after his performance tonight at WrestleMania Backlash 2021.